I mean, with the power that these weapons are outputting, you could say that, it ripped their leg out.
Yeah, sure. You could say that. Hello and welcome to Retro Game Connect. I'm Dan Mastriani.
And I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite YouTube video on YouTube.
That's good. That's good. I like that. So yeah, people can probably, people already know. It's in the video title. There's a title card. I spend time making them. I hope you look at them. So with the Legendary Edition coming out May 14th, at least as of when we're recording this, we are in fact playing Mass Effect for Xbox 360. So people can see what the original was like.
I'm over here sporting my N7 hoodie from like a decade ago.
That's fancy.
I barely wear anymore, but it was still in the closet, and I was like, oh, dip. Because honestly, I love the Mass Effect games. I actually have the collector's edition of the third one, the N7 edition with the steel book that's got FemShep.
Oh, there you go.
Let me angle this right.
FemShep. Yeah, unfortunately, we will not be seeing it today.
I did Male Shep. It's got a comic book and an art of book. I know this is Mass Effect 3, but who knows if we'll actually do Mass Effect 3, so I have to show things off now.
If we do, it'll definitely be a few years.
It's got a little N7 patch. As much as I'm always someone who's cynical of EA doing the right thing, I do really hope that this trilogy comes out, like, not broken or anything, because I love the Mass Effect games. Like, when I was trying to boot this up on my thing to see if my save file was in the cloud, like, the music for the main menu kicked on, and I was just like, oh, good God, I've just been transported back, like, 10 years. More than. When the hell did this game come out?
Sometime in the 2000s. I don't. What's this?
2007.
There we go. I was gonna say it's in my notes, which you have on your phone.
That is 14 years ago.
Yeah.
I was 13 when I played this.
Why, Ian, this is an M-rated game. What were your parents thinking?
They didn't give it. Not to suggest that my parents don't love me or anything, but they just, they're the kind of people who taught their kid to discern reality from video games. So,
yeah, and I was being facetious. You don't have to defend your parents.
Yeah. But, like, that is an issue that I feel like, comes up around video games, because when this came out, there was a big hullabaloo, but you know what? Why don't we get into the game?
Yes, I was about to say, Ian.
Then I'll talk about some stuff.
Not that this isn't an interesting discussion, but we should start playing, and we can continue the discussion once we do.
Because this is one of the few instances where this is a game that I actually played.
Yay! All right.
And we're playing his profile instead because his save file's still available, so we can do Minigame Plus.
Yes.
Because the game is slow as hell in the beginning if you don't got good equipment.
Yes.
And you don't start with anything good.
No. Well, we'll discuss that soon, once we start.
Yes. And now, assuming direct control. So, as plenty of people know, this was made by Bioware. This was kind of I feel like this was the culmination of them doing Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, Knights of the Old... Like, Jade Empire was their testing ground for KOTOR, and then KOTOR was their testing ground for Mass Effect.
Jade Empire came out after KOTOR.
You sure?
I'm 100% sure. What are the extras?
Oh,
just
this music.
Yeah, that's fine.
The late night gaming sessions in my childhood bedroom.
Yeah, so this music actually they wanted to evoke late 70s, early 80s sci-fi.
And they did it well.
Yeah, so like you feel like this kind of sounds like Blade Runner.
Yup.
That's intentional.
So one of the things I was talking about when it first released, how there was controversy around it, is because there is this, you can romance characters and you can also romance aliens, but the awkward thing is there is a sex scene at one point in the game.
The entire thing was on the news thing complaining about it.
Yup, I remember watching the news. I remember them having a big hullabaloo over this, and I think maybe even one of my parents was like, "Hey, you play this game? What's the deal with it?" I'm like, "Okay, it's literally like 3 seconds, and you see like the side of a butt, maybe." They're like,
I
that's
thought
stupid.
I remember watching footage of that whole news thing, and they did. I think it was probably Fox News.
Oh God,
almost certainly.
Of course it was.
But they were complaining about how it had how it was explicit sex scene, and they showed the entire thing during the news broadcast.
And it's like, how could it be explicit if you managed to show the entire thing?
You showed the whole thing. That's everything. The footage that you've had running in the background throughout this entire segment is the entirety of the sex scene.
And no matter what partner you have, it's still very, low-key.
Yeah.
No matter what gender your character is, it's low-key.
This isn't even, Cinemax level.
No.
But anyhow, I'm leaving it here. I haven't actually started this yet because I did want to just look at the stats. These do affect things. You can pick different origins, which will... I don't remember how much it actually changes things. So what they were selling during the lead up to the game was that depending on your origin, it would affect story beats during the game.
So as someone who played through all 3 games on 2 different characters that all of them were transferred up from the first game, the background ends up having some influence. It's sort of different random NPCs will have different views of you. But, one of the awkward things that came along with this game was it hammered in that, the world is affected by your choices.
Yes.
But then sometimes it came down to, a lot of times it came down to, well, in the end, one of 3 things will happen. And while people were freaking out about that, I was sitting there how much do you expect to be in this game? Mass Effect 2 was already a 2-disc game.
That's very difficult. They thought this one was going to have to be, but they managed to squeeze it onto 1.
Yeah. And
all right, well, we can talk about it. I just do want to move on.
I've been waiting for you to start, man.
The only other thing is, of course, you can pick classes which affect basically your character's specialties.
Yep, they affect whether you are more tech-heavy or biotic-heavy.
Yeah. I guess I went with soldier because I wanted to shoot things.
Oh, yeah, and if you go with soldier, you are more proficient in the weapons. And this game was weird with the weapon proficiencies, because basically, if you didn't have a proficiency in a weapon, it was basically useless. So I feel like a lot of people ended up going with the soldier in the first one, because... Also, it does change the opening dialogue.
Yeah, you're seeing that right now.
Yeah.
Held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived. He's the only reason to listen.
Yeah, so this is the reason I did the male guy, because when I can do create a character, I always try to kind of put myself in the game.
Weirdly enough, I used the default.
Yeah.
Because I could just not get a version of myself in there that I liked. But at the same time, this would have been the Ian that was growing his hair out.
Yeah.
So, who knows? Maybe I'll put myself in the Legacy edition.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll go buck wild and play FemShep.
Yeah. That's totally valid path. the weird thing is, like, I'm always having trouble, like, getting my goatee, which is, like, how many people have this beard?
I mean,
and yet it's constantly, like, this is the Tony Stark beard.
I mean, I have a relatively simple beard too, and I still have that issue with trying to put facial hair on a character.
Yeah.
It looks terrible all the time.
It's like I basically copied my beard off of what's his name? No, I'm blanking on his name, but the actor he played Commissioner Gordon in the 90s Batman movies. He was like, he always has this beard no matter what role he's doing. He's
Commissioner Gordon in the 90s Batman movies.
Yeah, it was God, he's a well-known actor. Yeah, look, see, I couldn't even get the beard good. It's all patchy. What is that?
Who played Jim Gordon in the 1990s Batman movies?
It's really bothering me that I suddenly can't remember this guy's name.
Pat Hagel?
No, I'm thinking of the wrong guy then. Was he in the Dark Knight ones? He was.
Oh, that's.
I'm getting confused. Yeah.
You know
who I'm talking about.
Brain.
He's in a bunch of stuff.
Who played Jim Gordon in The Dark Knight?
Just under 1,500K.
1,500 is good.
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman. There we go. Yes, this is the Gary Oldman beard. That's my ideal beard. Like, he always has this beard no matter who he's playing.
Much.
Even when he was like Dr. Smith in the Lost in Space movie, he had this beard. Oh yeah, Seth Green is Joker.
Oh yeah, Seth Green's Joker, and if you noticed, oh god, what's his name?
The council helped fund this project.
Oof, my coffee did not take today.
Yeah.
Official story, but only an idiot.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna agree.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Oh yeah.
What's his name? It is. That's not what I wanted to click on. Now I have to scroll through this whole thing again. Keith David.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember his name.
Yeah. He's in tons of stuff.
A very famous voiceover actor. Occasionally makes IRL appearances.
I'm gonna say I heard.
I'm on my way.
Is it me or does the captain always sound a little pissed off?
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
All right, awesome. So now that I have control, let's go ahead and look at my.
So for those who don't know,
I can't do it yet. Oh wait, no, I can't. For
those who have never played Mass Effect, there is a lot of RPG elements to it, and they do have their own good bad karma system, but they call it Paragon and Renegade.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is New Game Plus because
I got some stuff.
He's got some high-level equipment.
So,
But what's going to be interesting is how this ends up changing in that remake.
Yeah.
Or remaster, I should really say. Pretty sure the Spectre Gear is the best gear.
Yeah, so this is what I want, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure why I don't have it equipped already.
I don't know.
Whatever. Well, let's equip
Might have just
check my upgrade.
equipped whatever was like first in alphabetical order.
Yeah, maybe.
And yep, there's all these mods you can put on your guns. It's funny because Mass Effect 1 definitely was a little more of a deeper RPG, but at the same time, it was a little clunky with it, which is why the later games ended up streamlining it more.
I am... Oh, boy. Up, and now I don't know what I had. I wanted to cancel. Whatever, looks like I didn't change anything. So I got some top armor here. It's not showing me my other armor.
Yeah, it is. You'd have to scroll down
Okay,
further.
here we go.
It's
Good,
sort
'cause I
of.
did want to show off because I do have. They had crossover armor with.
I don't see it.
Dragon Age. Did I sell it? Oh dang.
Uh-oh.
Awkward. But I did
Well,
get it. Yeah, it looks like I'm already on the best armor I've got.
all right.
Okay.
I think you're good to go.
Yeah, I think we're good to go. We got codex and journal stuff. So there we go.
It does actually have a really in-depth codex. So if you really want to get into the lore of Mass Effect, you can.
Yes. Do I want to talk to Navigator Presley?
Maybe.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run.
I am.
You heading down to see the captain?
Yeah, he wants to see me.
I'm on my way to give him a status update right now.
With all due respect, sir, maybe he'll finally tell you what we're really doing out here.
I'll look into it.
I'll see if I can get some answers.
Yeah, we don't need to. So,
Commander.
All right, so I
Rule-
didn't need to talk.
so rule of thumb for people who are looking at the dialogue wheel, you can see there's usually a maximum of 6 options. On the right, top right, is the Paragon. In the middle right, it'll be the neutral option, and the bottom right will be the renegade option. Basically, nice, neutral, jerk. But on the left, all those dialogue options are usually like finding out more information. Sometimes it might be one thing, and then you click on it, and you'll be like, well, now I have some questions. And then you get a full wheel of questions
Yeah.
that you can ask. Or just a handful of
Do
questions.
you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can
Yeah, so I'm a goody two shoes, so I generally do Paragons. I mean, they talked about being every time they make a new game, they talk about it being more nuanced than good and evil, but it generally happens to be good and evil.
Yeah. Granted, I did find...
Go neutral here.
Is someone gonna fill me in, Captain?
Granted, I did find in...
That's why we need
I think it was in Mass Effect 2, they introduce...
There must be a reason. Tell me about this, sir.
Karmic Opportunities. Basically, they're little impulse actions where you can pull the left trigger or the right trigger if you're using a controller.
Yeah.
And, like, you'll see in the bottom left corner, it'll come up with, like, a Paragon symbol on the left trigger, or a Renegade symbol in the right corner with a right trigger. And you can just do an impulsive action where maybe it's impulsively nice, or maybe it's impulsively renegade. But you can still be, like, totally Paragon in the later games while still occasionally doing renegade stuff, which is something I did all the time.
Yeah.
Like, there's one point where this Krogan warlord is
Obviously, this goes beyond me.
performing his, evil guy monologue above a bunch of fuel tanks,
It never hurts to have
and a
win.
renegade option came up, and I was just like,
Lincoln's not the only reason I'm here,
huh,
Shepard.
click, and you just blow up the fuel tanks.
He's here to evaluate you.
There's another time where someone is,
Turn around.
they're working on a vehicle that you're going to have to face later in the level. And, like, they're a mobster, so really I think it's a gray area. Because, the people are very much coded to be evil. And if you pull the renegade trigger, you can pick up one of their pieces of equipment and kill them with it while they're not looking. So then they can't finish repairs on the vehicle, and it has, like, half health when you face it. This
Jeez.
game can be very dialogue heavy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to move it fast,
I
but
don't care that you're human, Shepard. I need to see your skills for myself, Commander.
yeah, I don't know how good a representation of my face this is, but it was also 13 years ago, so.
In charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Malice will accompany you.
That's also one of the reasons I'm thinking about doing a FemShep run when I get the
Give the word.
remake, because that's just a run I've never done, and
Yeah.
it could be a slightly different game.
Yeah.
Bring it up on screen.
And 2, I'm so bad at recreating myself in the game. I always use the default anyway.
Yeah. I mean, if you're just doing a fantasy character. So, I'm thinking I basically just had the best gear for the team I was using at the end of the game is what happened. Because you get your inventory can get full pretty easily in this game. So I pretty much had to dump stuff into gel to make sure I could actually pick things up.
The Reapers.
Yeah.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all.
It's funny how there's like video footage of the Reapers, and people are like, "Nah, the Reapers aren't real." And you're just like, but they are. Look, it was right there.
Status report.
But everyone's like, nah, you're making it up. Then again,
After the last 4 years, Ian.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Then again,
is that really that unrealistic?
No. Like some people online have been saying, we're gonna have to stop using the phrase "avoiding it like the plague" because
apparently people aren't worried about avoiding the plague.
oh,
Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Alright. So I believe I will also have to equip my squad mates because I think they get switched back to the default.
I don't remember.
I was looking into it.
I
I
played
haven't
through this
done
game
New
like
Game
2
Plus
or 3
before,
times.
but I looked it up, like, you know,
Survivors, Captain.
for
Survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
you know, prep for the episode.
Nihilus, you're coming
See,
with us?
what's wild is there.
I move faster on my own.
It's definitely. Wait,
Nihilus will
Nihilus.
scout out ahead. He'll feed you status.
Yeah,
reports
that's
about the mission.
Chuck's.
Otherwise, I want radio silence.
Wasn't that somebody else?
We've got his back, Captain.
Yeah, I
The
don't.
mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
Was he not the guy that goes rogue?
I think I'm
That seems like a
confusing
really
it with,
obvious
like,
villain name is Nihilus. Really? Oh, sounds like a great guy.
Latin for nothing.
Yeah. All right.
I'm pretty sure. A part of me wants to say Saren was there, or maybe you run into Saren at the end of this.
Yeah. So I got points for him. Okay. Let's see. If
Oh
we
yeah,
can-
he's level 49. You gotta. So
69,
for those
dude.
who, so while he's leveling up his characters, for those who do not know,
What do I-
the lore.
I'm just gonna do auto because I don't remember what I want.
Yeah, screw it. For those who don't know, biotics are sort of like force powers in that they are like psionic powers, but the way they explain it is like people will have sort of an innate ability that they then have to bring out with implants.
Gonna slow down. It's fun.
So that's how part of it, you know, explains like how they can get better is you give them better biotic chips essentially.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta see what I got equipped on him here. But oh boy, got a lot of stuff here. Yeah, normally I would take the time to do this manually, but
Meh.
I don't think anybody.
Not to mention Jenkins is gonna die.
Yeah, I was like, ooh.
Spoiler alert. If you hit B, it skips the remaining talents.
Yeah, no, I did. Okay, good. So my guy is leveled up. So as you can see, I got lots. I've maxed out my combat stuff here.
Only thing that resets is your Paragon and Renegade.
Yeah. So that's good. But it looks like these guys did resets. But we do want to check Kaiden's equipment because I believe he does get.
I believe it's pronounced Kaden.
Kaden, sorry. All right.
I would say just give him a solid weapon instead of like a Spectre weapon.
Let me hold on. What's the specialty?
Sentinels are biotic tech balance because there's also while there's biotics, there's also tech. So you have like these hollow gadgets that you'll shoot out. And in later games, they give you the Omni tool. And I want to say it's in this game too, but it makes more of a presence in the other games. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, so we'll upgrade his Omni tool definitely. Give him the best.
Biotic Amp.
Looks like I got 3 of the same one. Oh wait. Oh. This one's better.
But
we're definitely gonna want to boost his armor.
But you do get a good it's kind of neat the way they make a lot of like fantasy.
Pistol? We'll do the Karpov. I don't think I have that equipped on Shepard. Jenkins, I don't care because he's gonna die.
Yeah, Jenkins is gonna die. Don't equip anything to him. One thing that's pretty neat.
Am I going this way?
It probably like the only thing I ever really used the Kinect sensor for was Mass Effect 3. You could actually do squad mate stuff with the Kinect, all vocal. So you could say like, Tally, move there, and she'd go, or you could say, use this ability, and they would just use it. And it actually worked really well. I remember it actually being really fun to be able to just be like, Garrus, use this. And it would just do it.
How to switch weapons? I want to switch my sniper rifle.
RB or LB?
There we go.
Yeah, probably if you hold it, it brings up the weapon wheel.
Yes. So this is why we had initially wanted Ian to play, because
also why are you going that way?
I don't know, because that seemed to be the only way I could go.
Left. No, stop. Go back. Go back.
It's looking at the map.
Go back.
Yeah, left,
I saw where you need to go. Left.
Here we go. Here's the little path. Alright, is there going to be anybody to shoot yet?
No,
yeah, this is kind of annoying. You get the little bobbing, but I'm pretty well upgraded, so I think my targeting reticle should be pretty stable.
F in the chat for Jenkins.
Oh yeah, he's dying already.
I think so. He dies before you get to Ashley.
Yep. Arr.
Who, funny enough,
bye Jenkins.
As a teenager playing this game, so at one point, this game makes you make a choice. Basically, either Caden dies or Ashley dies.
Yeah, I hate that.
And I always let Caden die because he was a really boring character. But then, like, they really delve into Ashley being a space racist, and it's like, maybe I should have saved the bland Caden.
I don't like the whole scenario because it doesn't seem like something where I couldn't have saved them both.
Yeah.
And that bothers me. Did Caden get him?
I don't see any bullets.
Yeah, it's shooting at me. Okay. Don't see anything on my. Yeah. So this is why we wanted Ian to play, because
I'm better at third-person shooters.
Yes.
Right through his shields. Never had a chance.
And I have a tendency to.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once.
But we wanted to do New Game Plus, so.
Yes, because we can show off the advanced equipment and abilities that we would not be able to get to.
Sort of like when we finally get to doing Jak and Daxter, I've actually been playing it and creating some save files to use later.
That may be sooner than you think. Can I?
Perhaps,
okay.
Perhaps bring up your tech wheel.
Do I? Here we go. I'm gonna crash.
RB.
Is that RB? Here we go. Alright.
See what you got.
So we got Adrenaline Burst. Ah, touchy.
Hit Y so you can see what it does.
Gotta hold it.
Immediately restore your squad members to fighting state after they've been knocked out in combat. Not bad.
I don't need that right now.
Increase damage done by your next sniper rifle shot.
I don't need that because I'm way overpowered for this.
Shield boost restores a portion of your shields even while you're under fire. Nice.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, you might end up needing it. Increase your armor's damage protection so you lose less health when you are hit.
Okay.
What was the far left one?
Oh, sorry. It is adrenaline burst, so I think I can.
Recharges all talents so they can be used immediately. Oh, look, you have access to Caden's wheel now, too.
So he's got lift.
So,
You should be doing this stuff automatically.
Well, yes. That's why you didn't have access to it, because he was using it.
Yeah.
But so lift is like anti-grav.
Yeah,
barrier.
we actually. I went past all the descriptions for these, so these people should have seen that. Yeah, remember when I did the auto upgrade? I went through. I showed all of his.
I was talking about stuff.
Yeah, that's all right. All right, so this is what I did. I know a lot of people were annoyed by move this, but oh, okay.
And an
Cool.
achievement.
Yes, because I hadn't hit 50 yet. Oh,
Woo!
that was a
Yeah,
little
no.
dangerous.
I think you're gonna find out that if you get hit, you're gonna lose some health.
Yeah, but if they get hit, they're gonna lose all their health.
What's also interesting is so as people might have noticed, the weapons are on a cooldown.
Go in here and
However, in the later games, they would introduce like heat sink magazines, essentially, because the weapons, due to their technology, basically have infinite ammo. Because the lore behind them is basically that the magazines are solid, like chunks of metal that it shapes off like little pieces of.
Right.
And then uses mass effect fields, the same ones that whip you across the galaxy, to then increase that bullet's mass and whip it like a railgun.
Come on. Got it. The other one's still there, yes.
Aiden's got his barrier up, and there's a little glow around his health bar.
Aha. Okay, so there's one more guy that's behind a tree. No, he's not. He's in front of the tree. Okay, never mind. Got
Also,
him.
yeah, the snipers were basically the best weapon in this game.
Yeah. So that's what I was trying to say. Is the reason I wanted you to play is not just because you're better at shooters, but because I have a habit of like sniping from maximum range, and I didn't expect that to be very exciting to watch.
I actually think I used to use my pistol a lot. Oh,
Yeah, no,
here's some fun M-rated stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that looked unpleasant.
I think
But
that's
it was-
bad. It's about to turn him into a tech zombie.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is that this game does not have location-based damage, and I had
Well,
absolutely
except for the
no
headshot.
compunctions taking advantage of that, and like shooting enemies in the foot if they were like slightly poking out of cover.
I think the main difference is I'm pretty sure headshots do deal more damage.
I think they do, but like, I will shoot guys in the foot. I don't care.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns.
Yeah.
Nothing serious.
And so disappointing she's a space racist.
Right?
We were patrolling the perimeter when the
Yeah,
attack
but
happened.
like, the thing that, you know, it's not even that you gotta sacrifice somebody. It's just like I could totally
Life ever since.
have
Any idea what kind of
gotten
enemy
back
you're
to
facing?
her, you know?
I think they're Geth.
I think there was the issue of like the bomb had to be detonated manually. It was a very standard trope.
Yeah.
They must have come
It just
from
didn't feel like it was executed in a way that, like, I didn't really feel like,
It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
I didn't feel like it's like,
It's time for payback.
they really sold it as a situation where there was no way I could have saved them both.
Yeah.
I don't
Funny
think
enough,
they did a very good job of it.
funny enough, there is
Just looting stuff I don't need.
Yo, how long have we been recording?
I don't know. Yes, and
Like-
that's why I didn't have the Mass Effect armor anymore.
Because I don't think we'll have time to get to the beacon.
All right, well, I don't. I'm guessing I'm not gonna need anything here, so I'm just gonna turn into jail. And in fact, I'm not even gonna bother opening that crate because my inventory is full. But people have now seen what it looks like to loot. So, okay, I'm gonna go here.
One thing I actually am a fan
That's where they
of
would-
for this
okay.
is you don't have to loot the bodies. I'm sorry, I know that is a standard trope, but I hate it. Because I hate having to pick through the battlefield after. Like, if you're
Gotcha.
gonna have items, just
Yeah.
put them in a box somewhere.
All right. What else we got here? You know what occurs to me? I should probably
Level up
equip
Ashley.
Ashley. Yes, that too. Yeah, we're just gonna do auto. Super. Yeah, same for you. Okay, good. And let's get her some good equipment. Whatever. I'm sure I already have lots of great stuff. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, yeah, thank you. I've been doing it all along. Sure, that looks way better than what she has.
One of the things I do love with this is
I
how
don't think she uses a sniper rifle, so whatever.
I want to say she's a shotgun assault rifle kind of person.
Yeah, so she's going to
So-
want heavy armor, so...
Oh, absolutely. So one of the things I really do like about Mass Effect is, you know how plenty of games you can have all these crazy weapons, and they're just magically stuffed in a bag, and when you equip them, they come out. And while it has this for the main inventory,
Yeah.
once the weapons are equipped, they have that full set of weapons on their back, but they all compact. If you notice, every time they pull a gun out, it expands. I
Okay.
love that. I love
Second
that little
best
attention
bonus.
to detail.
I think this is the second best one. And shotgun, she's definitely going to want to give her a good shotgun. I don't remember if this stops me from putting stuff on two people. You know?
Why don't you just double check? Equip the Spectre shotgun to her, hop over to your character, and see if you
Yeah.
still got the Spectre shotgun.
I think
And
so.
then you can also go and reduce. Yeah, you still have it.
Okay, so I must have more
And-
than one.
And if you scroll down, all of their basic equipment has been added to your inventory, so you can delete it.
Yes. But I don't even care. I'm not even going to bother picking up any weapons at this point because I already got best stuff. Oh. There's one. Oh, they already
That's
shot
great.
it. Oh, see, now I got everybody upgrade with good stuff. So
Should have
just,
put a higher difficult. Put on a higher difficult.
well, I didn't even
This is
select
the dig
one.
site.
Yeah.
The beacon was right
I just
here.
did
It
default.
must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe
for
there's
those
more.
who
Check out the research.
are wondering what the heck those spikes are for, they are slowly replacing the insides of those people with technology.
It's just on the
Yeah.
top of this ridge.
And this game manages to have zombies that are tech-based.
Oh, okay.
This
There you
game
go.
really does manage to find a lot of interesting ways to sneak in fantasy elements into a sci-fi universe
All right.
where they're not using a fantastical explanation.
I'm gonna check the map quick so I don't get lost again.
Because, Star Wars,
Okay, so I should be going around here to get to that camp.
the fantasy elements, have an in-universe fantasy element. It has the Force. Don't have that in this. It's all technology.
So
Yeah, no,
Wait.
dude, it's a straight shot. I don't know why you need the map. Just don't go where you came from, and you're good.
Yeah, and this is where I came from, so... But hey, here's something we can show off. So we're trying to get to this camp. So I will set it as my destination. So now, it'll show me. There we go. I was going to say, it's like, why does this not have, like, destinations? Run,
Beacon
Shepard.
is lit.
We don't have time.
The level is very linear anyway.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up.
Well, I don't know
Here
why
we
in video
go
games
with the husks.
it ruins my sense of direction. Like, if I'm walking somewhere, I never get lost. But like in a video game or when I'm driving, I'm always taking wrong turns, and it's really very frustrating. Oop, here's a husk. All right, so
You're gonna
really?
want to just switch to an assault rifle and unload on them.
Yeah, normally, except that I think I got my other guys too. Oh, really? Did you see her step right in front of?
I did.
That was terrible. But anyhow, I got my guys.
You want to show off the hacking minigame?
Oh yes, I can hack one of these doors, can't I?
I believe so.
Easy decryption. Begin manual override. What?
And he failed.
Was that now? What was I supposed to do? Tell me to hit Y.
You're supposed to hit the button that it highlights, but you got to do it real quick.
Oh,
Now you gotta override it.
whatever. Yeah, it's just.
Humans. Thank the me.
Oh, there. Okay,
What
I
is she,
rescued somebody.
C-3PO?
Cool.
Close the door
Right.
before they come back.
Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now. It looks like.
Okay, good. Good times. All right.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation.
Just information, I think.
To the beacon. It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel
Okay.
stayed behind to help pack up the camp.
Okay, good times. All right.
The Marines held them off long enough for us
Funny
to-
enough, with the
They gave their lives
remake
to
coming
us.
out, there's been some huff and puff about them changing it. And not only is like the combat and leveling from Mass Effect 1 something that they're overhauling
Yeah.
to match the rest of the games, but apparently they realized how
Manuel, go lie down. You'll feel better.
frankly sexist some of it is.
Yeah. So that guy
Like-
seems like a ray of sunshine, but we just don't really have time to talk to him.
Oh yeah, no. Because what happened
I set my next
it-
destination.
in Mass Effect 2 and 3, the character Miranda has a very detailed backside.
Yeah.
and,
they
Rather
spend time on it.
detailed front, really, too. And there were a lot of camera angles that were just like, look at Miranda's butt.
Yeah.
Look at Miranda's butt. This is what we are focusing on.
Oh yeah.
And they're
I didn't even
cutting
play the
those.
game, and I know about that.
Yeah, and they're cutting those. Oh, this is where we meet Saren.
There we
Okay.
go.
Nihilus.
That's
So-
why I knew he
He's
was at the
nothing 'cause he
beginning of the
dies
game
immediately.
somewhere.
This isn't your mission, sir. What are you doing here?
All right. Well, so I'm glad we got here because this is
Fun
important.
fact, if you level up your dialogue skills and Paragon high enough,
Don't
Yeah.
worry.
in the boss battle against Saren towards the end of the game, I do like that they suddenly show his biotics, the glowing of his eyes from the Reaper tech and the Geth tech.
Look at the
But the
size of
thing is, if you can actually convince him to kill himself,
Yes, I believe I did.
I did that. Ooh, hit the red barrel! Hit the red barrel!
Oh, right. Come on. There it goes. Yeah,
Oh, he's
so
got
this is
good
what I
enough.
like doing. Shooting them from so far away, they can't effectively counterattack.
Thing is, in Mass Effect, look to your right. Mass Effect 1, the combat was not the greatest, so
No.
this is a completely, like, viable option.
I honestly had no compunctions about taking advantage of this. I will shoot guys from so far away they can't do anything about it. I'm honestly kind of hoping that we don't get to a a Mako stage because
Oh,
nobody
God.
wants to watch me play as the Mako.
We will not. Trust me. We've
Yeah.
already been recording for a long time.
All right, so I think we will get to this destination and then we'll cut it because it's
Commander, it's not
I think we've seen everything we're gonna see. But yeah, nobody wants to watch me play the Mako because I will
You know him?
absolutely crawl forward, and as soon as I can just
Something's
barely
happening
see
behind
enemies,
those crates.
Oh, God, I used to do the same thing.
I will saturate them with fire until they die.
I used to do the same
Sneaking up
thing.
on us like
Yeah,
nearly
then
got you killed.
the
That-
AI cannot deal with you when you're that far away, so
That
we'll
is-
just stand there and take it.
My name's Powell.
Genuinely, one of the reasons I am looking forward
Shot him.
to them doing a
You know
remake
how
is
Niles died.
I would love to run through these games again, but I am not putting up with Mass Effect 1.
When your friend showed up.
I mean,
But
yeah. Again, I had no compunctions. I would wipe them out from maximum distance without them being able
well,
to.
yeah, it's
react.
just boring to me.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Saren.
I'm gonna sit back here with my tank fire and plop, plop, plop.
Just lucky he didn't-
Yay, I did it. And it's like, I just want to go in there.
That's more information, right? So if I do, then what will move the conversation along?
Correct.
Where'd
Yeah.
Saren go after he killed Nihilus?
He jumped
Uh,
Yeah, normally I would get all that information, but yeah, that
Oh, yeah.
nobody wants to
Going
watch.
after the beacon.
But
I knew that beacon was trouble.
Maybe we're doing a let's play or something, but
If that damn mothership showed up, then the attack.
this is
I
just
was
a quick
thinking
look.
I was thinking about doing a let's play
If I'd been behind the crates, I'd beat
when I
anyone.
eventually play it. My only issue is I am not sure if my PC will be able to live stream and do this.
I can't see.
What, you want to do the PC version?
Yeah.
I don't see why not. Like I
Well,
said,
I
you
was
got.
trying to do Battlefront 2 from my PC and it wasn't working great.
Yeah, well, I guess we can't stop because guys are attacking us. There you go. Okay, I'm in cover.
Yes, it was also the late 2000s, early 2010s, the height of the cover shooter.
Yep.
Oop, to your right, to your right, to your
Oh,
right.
jeez. I screwed up. Thanks, squad mates. We're...
Behind you.
Really? No,
Oh, no,
my guys
they're
are there.
just shooting through you.
Yeah.
I can only see so much because, again, this is the stream is not the highest of qualities.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're near the end of the level
Okay,
anyway.
so I might as well just finish it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're over there. Okay, I see them on my.
Yeah, no. Go down. Go down. Go down. Go down. Go down.
I was gonna see if I could shoot them from there, but I guess not.
You have to go down and to the right anyway, so there's
Yeah.
plenty of cover to take.
Oh,
over
okay.
here.
Yeah, I remember the sequence. Yeah. Boom.
Show off some of the powers.
I was kind of
Just-
hoping my squad mates were using them.
Your powers.
All right, hold on.
Like,
Let's see.
activate assassination and shoot that high-level gaff.
Okay, I probably don't need it, but
Yeah, just to show it off.
which one am I shooting? This gun?
Yeah, the big one. Boom. Yeah, see, it auto-loots stuff in this game. That's how to do it.
Okay, there we go. That's gonna have to wait for the overheat to.
So one of the things that I was talking
I
about
did.
with the thing, later it's funny because they basically
I got a
introduce an
shield.
ammunition factor to the game
Come on,
with
got him.
heat sinks that you can eject from the gun. It's really weird.
Yeah,
I
I think I remember hearing about that. Okay, I think I have to switch my map things because this is going to the wrong place.
Just-
Blah.
Go forward.
I know.
Of the-
It's just annoying me.
That's it. Bag him and tag him.
Actually, do I? No, I don't have any more upgrades. Rawr. Run! We need to finish. Run, Shepard, run!
We're rushing to finish
Yes.
Iceland.
I'm pretty sure there any more. I think pretty sure I'm just running toward a cutscene. don't
I know, you're good.
Probably. I haven't played this since it came out. And I only did the one playthrough because I was pretty happy with the choices I took. So I was going to be like,
Well-
yep, I'm going to keep this and I'm going to move it into Mass Effect 2.
I had to save Rex.
Oh, see, I managed to save Rex the first time around.
Set the
I
charges.
didn't.
Destroy the
Yeah.
entire colony. Leave no evidence.
So, like I said, I was pretty happy. I managed to get everything I wanted to do. I saved Rex. You know, I think I stuck with Caden because Ashley was the space racist. No, actually, I think I based my decision on what they were doing. And, like, I felt like it was more important to save Caden. I forget. Oh, do we have a boss?
Maybe you saved Caden because he was a biotic and Ashley's another soldier like you. So it widened your abilities.
I think I tried to base it on the story stuff.
I really do hope that, like, the recording looks better than your stream of it to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, how close are we? Do we want to finish this?
Oh, go ahead. Might as well.
It's 5 minutes maximum.
Might as well.
Yeah. I'm getting shot at. Whatever.
Use your immunity power so you can just run and disarm the bombs.
Yeah, good thinking.
Before you run out of time. All right.
This one?
Yep.
Come on. Okay.
And then if your shield goes down, you can activate shield boost too.
Yes. And I'll trust everybody else.
There are no bombs that way. Go to your left.
Dang it. Oh, I'm fatigued.
They're
I'm
on
running
your
too
map.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's check the map here. Alright. So wait. It's the beacon. It's not on the full map, just the mini map, I guess. Whatever. Thank you. Go away.
Don't bother with that. It's just a shield.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I'm like, wait a minute.
They can create free-floating shields.
Yeah, I didn't remember that. Anyhow.
Funny enough, when it came to the love interests, I actually do wonder if they're gonna add the ability to romance Talizora.
First one?
Yeah. Because you can romance her in the later games.
Really? Oh, thank you.
Go.
There we go.
Biotic lift power.
Yes, that was some nice
left.
teamwork. Yeah, no, I see it. Doing it
See,
now.
again, that's one of the reasons I liked the Connect stuff for it, is because it actually worked really well, so that you had control of that, and you could make stuff like that happen all the time.
Right. Where is it? Here it is.
There it is.
Got it. 3 minutes left. Playing time.
Pretty sure you just have to clear out the...
Yep. Sounds like guys are just getting shot here. Where are they?
Also, Legion happens to be one of my favorite characters. There is a Geth who joins you later, who actually has
that's right.
part of your original N7 armor.
Come on.
Like,
there
it's really cool.
I shot him in the thigh and he still died.
Yep.
And I know a lot of people think that's a problem, but I don't care at all.
I mean, with the power that these weapons are outputting, you could say that, it ripped their leg out.
Yeah, sure.
You
could say
these
that.
Sniper rifles are supposed to be 50 calibers on steroids.
Yeah. All right, there we go. This should be the end of it, and we'll be able to stop here.
Like I said, for people watching this who have never played the games, and I hate to shill an EA product, if the remake is good, if the remake doesn't botch it, it's going to be some really fantastic gaming experience.
Oh yeah,
that
and we're just
really, I cried in Mass Effect 3.
We're not even going to get to show off any of the other stuff here.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to get to show off the Mako, which has issues, but
it is supposed to be being revamped, so we'll see. I really do hope that this comes out to be the definitive Mass Effect experience.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Because this was such a part of my gaming life. because each game takes so many hours, and I played through each one probably twice because they do have New Game Plus.
Yeah.
And it's one of the few games that, you know, you get to directly carry your progress over, including your levels.
Yeah. That's
and
nice.
while it does
Do
do
they-
some nerfing, and I do appreciate that Mass Effect 2 allows you to change up your class at the beginning. I think Mass Effect 3 allows you to as well,
Yeah.
even if you carry over your save data.
I think they come up
Like-
with story excuses to let you switch things around.
Well, in the first one, it's simple because you die.
Yeah. Spoilers.
And it's done in such a memorable way.
This human must.
I wish I'd gotten around to it. I just, I guess if I get the remaster, I'll finally be able to do that. Because
Do it up.
yeah. Well, we'll talk about it in a second. I think we're about to hit a checkpoint where we can stop. But
Oh, yeah.
well, while it's loading, basically, I have the 360 version of the original game,
Dr. Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
but I ended up getting the second one on PC, and I didn't want to
you-
start the PC
you
version
men-
without
you
being able to bring
mentioned-
over my character.
Yeah, you,
But I
you
didn't want
mentioned
to buy it
that.
again.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
I wasn't sure if I said it on I think I told you, but I don't think I said it while we were recording.
I think we were, but I don't know.
How long was
Yeah.
About
Well,
It's
just to
funny,
make sure.
it's funny because just seeing them mentioning Dr. Chakwas and her coming on screen, I'm like, man, I remember one part of the story where it was like towards the end of the game, and you're about to go on a mission where you're like, ah, geez, I don't know if I'll survive, and Dr. Chakwas is like, hold up, I got some space liquor, we're gonna have a drink. Like, it created just a great memory, you know?
Yeah.
A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked
Yeah, it's been a long time since I played this.
I carried you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
All right, so here. Oh, she's smiling. That's some romancing I've done, I think.
Yeah, because it's literally just like, use Paragon options and they fall in love with you.
Yeah.
That's how I accidentally ended up,
I'm not sure what I saw.
I'm pretty sure, I think I accidentally ended up with,
Ooh, that face is a little weird looking.
oh my god, I can't remember her name.
Yeah, so basically, like, it's so you can only, I think, what's her name? Yeah, sorry, woman, yeah. Now I'm blanking on her name suddenly too because you can't think of it.
I need to speak with
But you can basically get them both most of the way there and just pick who you
Main character, massive.
go with.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander.
Yeah,
Which
at one
is-
point they're just like, all right,
Kinda,
who are you? Who are you?
Things look bad.
Who are you with?
Nihilus is dead.
yeah.
The beacon was destroyed. And
I went again because
The council's going to want answers.
space
I didn't
racism.
do anything wrong,
I went
Captain.
with
Hopefully the council can see that.
God, what is her name?
I'll stand behind
I'm
you.
looking it up.
There you go.
Liara to Sony,
Yeah, there you go, Liara. I went with her.
and it will have instances where,
Saren's dangerous.
like, because I was with Liara in the first game and then with Tali in the second one, there
Yeah,
was
ooh.
a dialogue where you
Himself with the Geth.
well, no,
I'm
actually
joking, I'm joking.
you actually have a dialogue with Liara, like, hey, you know, I understand, and, you know, life moves on. And you're like, yeah, life moves on. We're good pals still. She's like, yeah, we're still good pals.
Before I
Like,
lost
Yeah.
consciousness.
it's all good.
Kind of vision.
Because Liara isn't in most of the second game, I think.
I saw a synthetic
Yeah.
Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
Yeah, that face doesn't look as good as I remember.
Report this to the council, Shepard.
We're gonna kill him. I had a bad dream.
Anyhow, I just as soon as I get a save thing, I'm gonna
Blueprints for some ancient
Gonna
weapon of mass
quit out.
destruction, whatever it was.
or I don't know, do you want to just bail in the middle of the cutscene?
I know Saren.
Hey, man, it's your save file.
It's politics.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm even going to use it, but I guess I don't want to screw anything up, so I'll wait till it saves. And people can enjoy the end of the cutscene so they won't get cut off right in the middle. That would be rude.
From the face of the galaxy.
Indeed.
I'll find some way to.
And I'm just picking Paragon options as fast as possible because I don't really care.
He can go anywhere, do almost anything.
I remember playing this game for so many hours.
We proved
Yeah.
Saren's gone rogue. And
It's an RPG, man. It takes time.
I'll contact the ambassador and see.
Like, I can't wait to just play all 3 back to back. Like,
we should be getting close.
it's gonna be wild.
Yeah.
Bring us into dock.
I mean, well, people saw my save file. I spent nearly 50 hours on my first run through.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
So there we go. I don't think I got any more points or anything, right? Nope.
Time to save and
No, it saved automatically. It's all set. So there we go.
get out.
Yeah.
You trust autosave? Damn.
Okay, well, I guess we showed off how engrossing the game can be since we played for an hour.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much of that I'm going to be able to chop out. You will already know.
You can probably chop out a lot of the walking, some of the talking.
Yeah, definitely. I can. I think there's. So people will not see their entire experience, but especially some of that going through the equipment. I'm sure I can.
Oh yeah.
I can trim that down. But anyhow.
Mass Effect was kind of just a great trilogy back in the day.
Yeah.
And while the first one definitely had a lot of kinks that got worked out as the series went on, and the series was never perfect, it's still a fantastic experience that if you have any capability for emotional empathy whatsoever, you will get hooked into.
Yeah, I definitely. I really like KOTOR. And, on the strength of that, I was like, okay, hey, they're coming out with a brand new IP. Their Jade Empire was their first original RPG. I think they'd done 1 or 2 original games that weren't RPGs prior to that. But that was their first original RPG. And that one I couldn't really get into. I mean, I still have a copy, so we might have been in a position to talk about that more later on, but when Mass Effect came out, that I picked up, and I actually played all the way through it. I mean, people saw my save file. I played 47 hours of the game. I did pretty much everything. I scoured all the planets with the Mako to get resources and stuff. Got a bunch of Top Gear. Of course, unfortunately, because we mentioned when we were playing, very limited inventory, so I didn't have the crossover because I also bought Dragon Age. I got some crossover armor.
Yeah, that's not the only armor crossover they ever did. I want to say I think it was like Mass Effect 3. It was like if you had Kingdoms of Amalur, you could get special stuff. Yeah.
Is that even published by EA?
I don't remember.
Wow. I didn't remember that being an EA game, but
I want to say there was some crossover like that because I had some like knight armor from something, and I've never played Dragon Age. But they even, if you got like Dead Space 2 or 3, and you had a save file from like Mass Effect 2 or 3, you got N7 armor in Dead Space.
Yeah.
Because
that's
that makes
actually
sense.
Neat. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of neat, though.
I always enjoyed games that gave you bonuses for having save files of other games.
Yeah.
Whether it was like Jack X giving you the Sand Shark from Jack 3 because you had a Jack 3 save file, or you getting Ratchet & Clank 1 guns in Ratchet & Clank 2 because you had a Ratchet & Clank 1 save file.
That's always fun. Like the Yakuza games do that. They'll give you a starting bonus for cash if you have like another older Yakuza game save. But this one is interesting. It didn't actually do saves. It was like connecting to an EA account.
Yeah, and a lot of it was just like specific choices.
Yeah.
And then like your sum total of experience would
like,
carry over.
I have the PC version of Dragon Age, the first Dragon Age, because it's better. But so, I don't have a save file on my 360 because I never played the 360 version.
Yeah.
So, but because I was, I had like logged into the game there for my EA account, and they were like, hey, here's his bonus in Mass Effect. Cool. And that's actually pretty good. It's pretty decent at the beginning of the game. Though, obviously, by the end of the game, I just didn't have any use for it anymore and had had to ditch it.
Well, yeah, and what's going to be interesting is the remake is supposed to have all of the various DLCs.
Yeah.
All the pre-order bonuses, all the everything. So I'm interested to see how that ends up affecting the game overall. Like, will you have to wait until a certain point to get those pre-order bonuses? Or will it just be, like, right there?
Because that's what it was originally. You had them to start with, so they were kind of useful in that they were better than your starting equipment.
Yeah.
They weren't amazing. You weren't going to be using them all game, but...
And in any game that doesn't have a system that just helps you upgrade existing armor, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
But
so
still.
Just gives you a little head start.
Yeah.
Fine with.
Or you could get entirely exclusive weapons. Like, unless you like pre-ordered it or something, you didn't get like the black hole generator. Or there was an entire like mini DLC that was connected to the story kind of a lot that you didn't get unless you pre-ordered Mass Effect 3. Like they did a lot of crappy things with this game, which sucks because the core game is so good.
And it's funny because like a lot of people are like the RPG people are like, oh, why did they change up the combat? And the shooter people are like, oh, it's so much better in Mass Effect 2. So
meanwhile, like I do like an in-depth RPG experience. Sometimes having it too in-depth just makes it boring.
Yeah, since we were doing New Game Plus, we didn't actually even have to deal with this. But like when you start out and your sniper stat is low, then your reticle will just bounce around and it's really hard to line up shots.
And it'll be like this big even when you're aiming. Like, it's terrible.
Yeah, so, but of course, since I had my sniper maxed out, then I was just able to be like, boom. I actually had then Husk ran up to me and I just pulled the trigger and I'm like, oh, I just point blanked him with the sniper rifle.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
That worked out. I did it by accident. I just happened to be facing the right way.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, I think Mass Effect 2 was definitely its peak, but that's mostly because of what Mass Effect 3 did with the end of the game not having a whole lot of detail in its epilogue, but they did put out a DLC that added more to it, and that is going to be part of the base game of that remake, so...
And that's like a whole thing, because there's like, there are some like reasonable concerns there, but there are also people expressing it in really bad ways.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's like,
because they'll also just be like, oh my god, it came down to 4 choices. Oh, that's so terrible. And it's like, well, but did you watch the videos that came after you made those choices that, explain what happened and actually explain some of the, after effects of some of your other choices?
How much of that did they add with the DLC?
They added a solid chunk.
Yeah, because I think the original one there was not as much there, which is why the DLC was good.
Yeah, and it was a free DLC they put out.
Yeah.
Because the original ending was very brief.
I know, like, the original writer had left the studio before Mass Effect 3, so things were different than they had originally been set up to be.
But, I mean, I also think people don't realize... So, there are 3 options there by default. Yeah. Actually, one of them might have been added, but it's there...
I think so.
Generally by default, where there's the Renegade option, which is to destroy the Reapers? Yeah, destroy the Reapers.
Yeah.
There's
I didn't play it, so it's
Paragon option, which is to control the Reapers. And there is the option to walk away and everybody dies. But you actually have to play the game in a specific way, and I just happened to play it that way to actually unlock the best ending, which is a neutral ending called Synthesis, because The Reapers show up every like 10,000 years to basically erase all biological life evolved past a certain point. So
Well, we're
basically,
kind of
any
spoiling the
space.
game. People may not be playing until the
Well, it's also been out forever, and spoilers.
Yeah.
But the synthesis one was what I ended up unlocking as what I liked. But,
yeah, I believe there's like also like very specific things you have to hit to get everybody to the end of the game alive.
Yep. There's also that in Mass Effect 2. The suicide mission at the end. If you don't
that's what
assign people the proper jobs, they'll die.
Yeah, so
but
I
also,
would definitely want to be like, okay, I'm saving my game and I'm making very sure that everybody lives.
See, that's why I ended up having 2 run-throughs of every game, because I'd always screw something up in the first run-through.
That's definitely something where, like, okay, I know about this. I'm going to check a fact because I'm not letting anybody die. I'm not okay with that.
I accidentally, like, part of my general crew died and Thane died in my first run-through. Because if you do too many side things before you do the suicide mission, your crew that got kidnapped will die.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's, because I always do all the side stuff I possibly can.
If after everybody gets kidnapped, you do too many side missions, I want to say it's like 3, you start losing team members. So you want to like look it up and know at what point that part of the story happens.
Wow. So you can make sure you get all the side stuff done first.
Correct.
Ooh. I mean, I generally do it as soon as I can, but yeah, like normally in RPGs it's like the deadline is just a story conceit. Like you're always in time no matter how long you actually take to get there.
Yeah. Well, this one doesn't do that.
Ooh. Oh, that's good warning to have for people.
Thing to keep in mind when you're going to play Mass Effect 2, I would say at about the halfway point, once you've collected your entire crew, look up an FAQ on how to do the suicide mission, because you want to do all the loyalty missions for all of your characters and know what choices to make, know what upgrades to make, because if you don't upgrade the Normandy the right way, you might not even make it to the suicide mission. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't have all the upgrades, you'll get shot down on the way there.
Oof, awkward.
And also, you can like also do other critical failures where like the entire team dies and then Shepard dies, and that's the canonical end. Yeah, they went whole ham with Mass Effect 2.
Wow.
Yeah, look up a guide on how to end Mass Effect 2 with the best endings, unless you want to just live with the consequences of your actions.
Yeah. Oof.
Me, I want to make sure all my people make it to the next game. So I, who played this through multiple times, am going to be double checking walkthroughs.
Yeah.
I know they exist. You might even be able to find the Game Informer one that I used years ago.
I mean, I'm sure there's something on GameFAQs that's what it's for.
Oh, yeah.
I usually just go there first.
I just remember getting an issue of Game Informer that had an entire walkthrough.
Oh, there you go.
For how to get everybody to survive.
Oof. Yeah, back then you could still get a magazine. I mean, I know we showed off a few times in the show. I'm like, hey, I got through this game with the help of Nintendo Power.
But this episode's going to be long.
Yeah.
So we should wrap it up.
Yeah, I looked up so much stuff that we didn't even remember to say during the...
And it's all because I actually had things to say.
Yeah, that's good when we're working remotely and you can't play.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're sorry we couldn't have Ian play. We did want to kind of not sit there, have to go through this character creation, and also we want to be able to show off some late game stuff without jumping in the deep end and being like, oh, I haven't played this game in 13 years, and now we're at the end where everything's hard.
Yeah.
So,
but
we felt
highly recommend Mass Effect. Whether you want to play the originals and not pay for them. Like, if you have Xbox Game Pass, you have access to all the Mass Effect games.
Yes, there are.
Because they're all on EA Play, and now with Game Pass, you get EA Play, so they're all there.
Yeah, the 360 version is a good option. So, I mean, we did talk about, like, we were thinking, like, oh, we do the PC version because you have Game Pass and you think it's included. But
well, it is.
It's a little weird though. Like, it adds more like squad commands, but it doesn't have controller support. So you would have been playing with mouse and keyboard, which I'm pretty sure you didn't want to do because you don't normally do that.
I know technically mouse and keyboard is supposed to be the superior way to play a first-person shooter, but when you've been using a controller your entire life, that's just what you're used to.
Yeah, so like I've done it, and yeah, it's good, but if you've never done it before, then it's going to be kind of awkward.
Yeah, it'd be a whole new learning curve.
So that would be a kind of weird version to go with.
I mean, I've been doing some live streams of Okami, and like been playing it from my PC, but I use a Xbox One controller because I'm not doing 3D platforming on a keyboard.
I mean, it's doable, but
but I'm not doing it.
It wouldn't be my choice. Yeah, that's it's good for first-person shooters, but for
3D platformers,
I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah.
Work way better.
You can do it. I mean, some people but that's the other side of the coin. People who never play console games and are used to keyboard and mouse are like very upset when they're expected to use a controller.
Well, yeah. Everybody has their things.
But yeah, so that would have been a weird version. But so we ended up going with the original 360 version. And people got, this is interesting. Like, it was published by Microsoft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because actually, EA, that's right, EA hadn't bought them yet. EA hadn't bought Bioware. Yeah. They bought them
Bioware was still independent.
Yeah, I think either during or after this game came out.
I want to say maybe it was partway through Mass Effect 2.
Yeah. Well, that one ended up being multi-platform, wasn't it?
EA by Bioware.
I mean, this one did eventually get ported.
They literally bought them the year after.
Yeah.
2008.
Yeah, so this one was...
Mass Effect 2 original release.
I'm pretty sure it took more than a year.
Yeah, so they bought them while they were about a year into development of Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, so that one ended up being like multi-platform, and it wasn't until years later that there was like a PS3 port of Mass Effect 1, and people on PS3 could finally play the whole trilogy.
And it was in a trilogy collection.
Yeah, that's right. You had to buy all three of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But still, I think
they put microtransactions in the third one.
But not going to be in the those are not going to be in the remaster, so
no, they're cutting the multiplayer element entirely, which I'm a skosh disappointed about because besides the loot box things, my friends and we would play that for hours.
I've heard it's actually pretty good.
We had so much fun.
Yeah, I guess they were saying that it was a resource thing. Like, it would have been the amount of work it would have taken to get that working on new platforms just wasn't.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it would have been a really big thing. And it's not like the remaster collection doesn't have 3 games and all their DLC already.
Yeah.
But just, admittedly, I had fun with the old multiplayer.
Yeah. But plus some of the I guess some of the changes they made post-release in Mass Effect 3 mean that you don't really have to do the multiplayer to get your galactic readiness where you need it to be.
Well, yeah, they're going to have to make some alterations to get rid of that.
Well, they already did, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like the DLC and things that they added like to the original version fixed that you don't need to do multiplayer. So they're just bringing that forward, and it's pretty much already been rebalanced so that the multiplayer is necessary.
Because that was another part of Mass Effect 3, was you actually, to have the best ending, you had to do some side missions and then also do like some multiplayer to get your galactic readiness up for the final fight.
Yeah, at launch it was necessary.
Which I do think was an interesting idea.
Yeah, but it's also kind of be like, puts people who don't want to pay for Xbox Live in an awkward position.
Oh yes, absolutely. I do. If there was more of a workaround in the beginning, I'd be more. Actually, there was an app. There was
I
an
don't know.
app that came out that you could do little things on. I think I
Ah.
used to do that on like my old iPod Touch.
Ooh.
Yeah, you could do
Wow.
little things on it to up your galactic readiness. Anyway, we have gone
Yeah,
on
we're
about this game.
Yeah, we're going long.
We're fans.
It's definitely it's definitely a good game.
This
it
is what
looks like they're
happens
not
when we
completely
get
messing up.
games where we
the end.
both actually like them and talk and have played them.
Yeah, it looks like they're not going to mess up the Legendary Collection, so we're pretty close. I haven't seen anything particularly worrying, so I think it'll be okay.
Except for who's producing it.
Yeah.
That's the only part of it that worries me. That's the only reason I worry about it is because of who's producing it. They can do some really good stuff. They can do some really bad stuff. And it's just a wait and see.
Yeah, well, preview for next week, we're completely accidentally looks like we're gonna have another opportunity to talk about EA messing with things.
Oh God.
But yeah, so if you enjoyed a full hour of Mass Effect, make sure you give this episode a like. You want to catch future episodes in which we don't lose track of time and finish playing a bit faster. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. I've been Dan Mastriani. You can catch me on Twitter at NewTechCola.
I'm Ian Butterfield. You can find me on Twitter at Ian G. Butterfield. You can find the show at RetroGamesCNCT, Facebook.com/RetroGameConnect, and RetroGameConnect.tumblr.com. Let us know what you thought of the games we played. Let us know if there are any games you'd like us to play. And get our hands on them. We might just play them, or we might just biotic lift them into space.
But most importantly, make sure you join us next time on Retro Game Connect.